Oh my, I didn't quite see you there. I was just heading on my way out. Please do excuse me. Miss? Is everything alright? You seem rather shocked. I do hope my garish looks didn't give you a fright, but I promise I can be quite the looker when the sun's out. Only joking, miss. Even in this sparse lighting, I can see that you yourself are quite the Eiffel. Well, since I have you here, may I ask you what brings you to the tavern at this hour of the night? Breakfast? Quite a peculiar time for that, don't you think? But I suppose someone has to feed the graveyard shift. Well, I don't mean to interrupt your meal. I'll be on my way now. Enjoy your night, miss. What's that? Where am I headed? Well, it's time for me to wind down for the night. I have had my fun, and I must bid you an adieu. Maybe fate will shine down on me twice, and we will meet again. I would quite love to see that delicate face of yours. Carpe noctem. My, witty to boot. You're something else, aren't you? Well, besides slipping off for the night, I truthfully didn't have any other plans. Let's go for a stroll, then. That would help me work off these few too many drinks I may or may not have had in there. So, do tell, and be honest, why would a lady like yourself be out so late? Sleeplessness. Oh, you poor thing. I remember when I was younger, I struggled myself with being able to find rest. But I was eventually able to control it, and now can sleep peacefully. Sometimes. Except when the lure of the tavern calls my name. So, are you a guard then, or, I pray not, someone who cares for the night's soil? A needlewoman, you say? Ah, you must be preparing the shop before it opens, if I am correct? Well, I'm sure the shop owner appreciates you showing up so early, even if it is a result of your lack of rest. You know, that is quite interesting. I was always curious who were the ones who made these wonderful jackets. Well, even if it wasn't you who made this, I do thank you for your efforts. Well, if you must truly know what I do as my livelihood, I'm a footman. I know, not as glamorous as you might have presumed, but keeps me from becoming a flying mess, so I have no room to complain. The family does take good care of me, though, going as far as to provide me of such lavish clothes as these. I do enjoy it, but I find myself quite weary at the end of the day. Nights like tonight are quite rare. No dinners were planned today, so I felt it fitting to, as you would say, carpe noctem. You know, I find this quite refreshing. Usually the streets are filled with so much noise. It is rather nice to have them to ourselves. The way the shop lights twinkle through the windows and dance along the walls and floor. And I do believe we can hear the owls begin their nightly hunts. It's almost like the town transforms at night, taking on this charming feel. If I may be honest, I do wish I was able to walk the streets like this at night, especially with someone like you. Even on a moonless night like tonight, I can still see you blush. It's quite alright, though. It certainly is fitting of such a lady like yourself. I do believe we are reaching the edge of town. I think it would be wise if maybe we headed back. Not to dampen the mood, but I have heard tales from the family that I serve that a beast prowls in the woods. they showed concern that the beast was becoming braver, venturing closer and closer to town. You know, a farmer found his sheep slaughtered just last month. It is quite worrying. Garish, I'm sure, but I thought I should warn you, just so that you are a little bit safer at night. So let us turn around. The light is only becoming more sparse the farther we travel. I'm also finding myself being met by an hour I'm not normally awake at, but it's quite all right. It is more than worth it to me. I do worry, though, at this rate, that I will end up looking for the closest inn, unable to make it home to my tired state. Not to worry, miss. You don't cross me as the type of lady to join a stranger at his inn. Besides, with it being morning for you, I'm more than certain sleep is the last thing on your mind. I do apologize. I never asked you for your name. If you may grace me with it, I would be more than thrilled. Like a hand to a glove, your name fits you very well. If I had known beautiful women such as yourself were out at night, maybe I would roam these town streets more. My name is Lycion, and it is more than a pleasure to be made of your acquaintance. I must sincerely apologize, though. This is where we must part ways. Heading home is in my best interest, and I am sure you must be more than famished by now after such a stroll. I do thank you for such a magical night. You know, it has been a while since I've been able to have such a relaxed conversation. Being around the family I serve so much, their drivel can wear on to the ears after some time. But I digress. I bid you adieu, miss. I hope to meet you again one night, and that it is most certainly under similar circumstances. Farewell for now.